Ordinarily, I would be recording this in a fancy studio with my partner Brad White, but I've kind of been, I don't know, I felt inspired, I guess, in a car ride after I had made a home visit to see a lovely old lady who was homebound. Today's Sunday, August 5th. It's about 7:30 at night. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. I traveled from Chandler, Arizona. There was a half-hour car ride, and I was thinking about what I tell you, uh, maybe to give you a little information of why I'm asking for money. I'm asking for money to give myself and my crew of my colleagues additional staff so that we can provide more information and content information to you, to be honest, to be transparent, to provide you with information unlike what you're getting on TV and on most of radio. You know, I'm just a primary care doctor. I take care of people in their homes. I travel in the heat, 105 degrees from house to house, and work with the infirm and the elderly in assisted living facilities and in group homes. I've been a primary care doctor for a long time. I come from the South Bronx. I'm just a regular guy. And what I want to do is give you a doctor's, but a regular guy's view of what's going on in healthcare. Something transparent, something honest. I don't believe the government. It's not because I'm paranoid. I don't think that they're efficient. I think that it would be great if we could have health care for everybody in our country, but I believe the Affordable Health Care Act is going to destroy us financially. I don't believe that the government is accurate when it tells you that the costs of health care have gone down. Maybe it has for a short period of time, but I don't believe that. It's going to be the long run. When I get on my radio show and I ask people about, um, hey, has the cost of health care gone down for you? I'm asking it every week now when I open up my show. It's gone up for everybody that calls into my show, at least here in Arizona. And the benefits they have gone down. The co-payments have gone up. The deductibles have gone up. The young people who originally had low-cost insurance no longer have it. Um, You're taking drugs you don't need, statin drugs that are probably a waste. Half the people who show up in an emergency room with a heart attack have normal cholesterol. You're being told that cholesterol is the great fear thing, when cholesterol could be your friend. It could, if you decrease your cholesterol enough, you may increase your risk of dementia, or for that matter, increasing the risk using statin drugs for women of getting diabetes. Board certified doctors, board certification is very important because it provides some assurance of some basic information on the part of the doctor, what they know, their diagnostic abilities, and so on. But it also creates people who are automatons, not all, but most, people who follow uh, the party line to tell you about drugs that may not work and cost a fortune. Hey, they were all telling everybody to take Vioxx, and yet it knocked off 30,000 people, or something like that, in the United States over a period of years who had cardiovascular disease. They tell you to take anti-inflammatory drugs. How about aspirin? Did they tell you that aspirin also increases your risk of cataract disease? So my job is to tell you the truth, to be transparent and to be honest, to tell you about spirituality and issues that relate to the soul and the body, and how all of these things interact to make good health care. And I think you need that because I think it's kind of like your survival manual. How are you going to survive in a system that has been so poorly constructed to begin with, and now is even worse with the Affordable Health Care Act? My question to you is, how are you going to survive, you and your family? How about you young people? What are you going to do? There are all kinds of other standard questions. How do you optimize your health? How do you deal with diabetes? Are there natural products for this? What about medical marijuana? What I want to do is talk about them, and I do talk about them in an honest way. I've done it for a while. And I can do it in English and in Spanish. I had a radio show in Spanish in Miami, Florida. It stopped when I left Humana Corporation. It was sponsored by Humana. So my job is to tell you in English y también enseñarles en español lo que es importante, what's important. What are the salient features, the truth that you need to know before you take a drug, before you swallow a pill, before you listen to a politician. I'm sorry to say, before you listen to a doctor. And I'm looking to you to help fund that. And anything you give would be appreciated. If you can't, I understand. And I would also appreciate it very much if you would tell your friends and share Indiegogo with them, and that I'm looking for funding on drb.tv. drb.tv, that's how you found me probably, and that's how you can get me in the search engine on Indiegogo. You go to drb.tv. So I thank you for this. I wish you well. And I thank you for paying attention to me, even if it's for this short period of time. Have a great day. Have a great week. Bye-bye.